master that you are. So that when you as the master speak and set clear intention on how to operate, the physical system says, yes, master, and does it in an instant. Does that sound good? Many years ago in deep meditation, Babaji came to me. And Babaji is one of the beings that has been guiding me on the inner planes. When I first saw a photo of Babaji, I fell in love. I didn't know who he was. And I carried the photo around for many, many years until that energy manifested in my meditation one day. And Babaji said to me very clearly, there is only one reason that a human being has a physical, emotional, and mental body system. And that is so that the divine one that you are can know what life is like in this plane of duality. I like that. One reason. The rest is detail. All the rest we get distracted with is detail. So I realized in my own journey, and this was a time when I was struggling, because living on prana, when you begin to do this consciously, in that you never take physical food anymore, okay? Zip. No more eating physical food, all right? What happens in the physical body is the physical body loves it. Straight away the physical body went, woohoo, no more digestion, no more elimination, yay, holiday. Okay? Because it loves it. And do not underestimate, the physical body knows how to do this. You have all lived on prana purely. There was a point in your own evolution when you separated from source and became individualized, where you lived on cosmic particles, on the ethers. And then as you descended further into matter and took on board the conditioning of this world and densified, then you lost the memory of how to do this, but your body remembers. So your body, when you begin to live purely on prana, it goes, thank God, about time. That's the physical body. The emotional body, it starts to have different reactions. And one of the reasons for this is because all of our socializing, nearly, is done around food. If you go on a date, some man asks you out, would you like to come for dinner? Okay. You know, your romantic realities, someone dies and you are celebrating their transition into another realm. What do? You gather, you share food. The birth of a baby, you gather, you share food. You have your dinner parties. So much of our social fabric is involved around food. So we have a huge dependence on an emotional body level to eating physical food. So what you find is you have one part of you going, woohoo, I'm living on prana again. And you have this emotional body confrontation and sometimes a little bit of, for example, nobody asks you out for dinner anymore. They don't know what to do with you. They might be having a dinner party with their friends. Should we invite Jasmuheen? No, she doesn't eat, and that gets a bit uncomfortable. So people feel more uncomfortable with your presence than you do, because as a master you learn to be in any situation with every single human being and be in harmony regardless. That's our training. But for other people, they can feel uncomfortable, and so it can be a little socially alienating. Challenged, because what rises within you are deep, deep layers of years and lifetimes of conditioning. Maybe you had a lifetime where you starved to death in a concentration camp or some other sort of situation. Maybe you had a lifetime, as I have had many lives in India, where you starved to death. I had an experience, my beginning with learning, with asking, okay? Because when you're gifted with an ability, when this ability comes to you, it comes to you, one, because you have sought to understand something with a sincere heart. And two, the gifting of this is beneficial for human evolution. So 1,000 years ago, I was in a situation with the Cathars, Do you know much about Cathar country in France? The Cathars were a religious group, and it is said that Jesus wrote a book, one book, called the Book of Love, and that this book needed to be protected. And it was taken by Mary Magdalene to the south of France. And she lived with a beautiful group of monks and people committed to the teachings of the Christ, the way the Christ was teaching, not the way the church later took the teachings. And they protected this book called the Book of Love. In that time, there were changes politically, and over 100,000 Cathars were killed, slaughtered, because of their belief systems. I was part of that community 1,000 years ago, and as the last of us huddled in a beautiful little stone temple high upon a mountain where we were seeking refuge, all our supplies were cut off. We couldn't get food anymore. Once the food we had finished, then we stayed in this little chapel singing. And we were singing songs to help those who were leaving their bodies to transition into the higher realms. Songs of great love and compassion. And as I sat there with these people, and I watched the children die, and I watched my friends die, and I watched what was happening, my practical monkey mind said, this is ridiculous. We should learn how to live without food, and then we wouldn't die of starvation. Okay? So, with great emotion, and this is part of what changes energy fields, is not just a mental idea, but a deep, heartfelt wish. So as I put that wish out into the intelligent field, that can't we live in a different way without food? Because then none of these children I love and ones that I love will die like this. Even though you can surrender and accept death, it was just a curiosity. Ask, you'll receive. So the next time I came into India as a woman, and I learned how to live on Prana many, many lifetimes ago. And in that life, I was a woman who told stories and lived on Prana. And again, this time, we just come as a white girl, a little different. And it's interesting because, you know, if I began my work in the West 15 years ago being noisy about this, if I had have come with your skin, with darker skin, and my Punjabis, and said to the West, oh, there is a power, it is called Prana, and it is incredible. When you meditate upon it, it will bring you to great joy. I remember, if I had have been like that in the West would go, oh, Guruji, oh, very good, yes, I accept all this, but that is you are Guru, I am simple white person, I couldn't possibly. Yeah? That's what we do. That's what we do. Oh, you are great Guruji, I couldn't possibly. So this life, I come as a white girl. I am a mother, I am a wife, I am a grandmother. And the white guys, they look at me and they say, oh, okay, you're a normal person. Isn't that good? So this is our cosmic marketing plan. And I have to share with you, we have a very particular cosmic marketing plan. Why has this happened? This has happened because many Earth have been saying, surely we can live in peace. Surely we can feed the women and the children and take care of everybody with dignity and honor. Surely we can use our intellect, our heart energy, and create one people living in harmony on one world. Now, as soon as a planetary system does that, that call, that desire, opens up interdimensional doorways to realms that are already existing in that. To realms who've moved through the stages we are moving through, who are our brothers and sisters intergalactically, interdimensionally. And they say, oh, planet Earth wants to live in peace. And so as you sit in meditation, you start to get visitations eventually from beings of great light and great love who have happy to